this is Country Roads. Take us to the movies. Your premier podcast about absolutely nothing unless you like really terrible car sounds.
Peaches.
Yes, if you like peaches and terrible car joining sounds, this is your podcast.
Eyeballs that have been coughed up.
Mushrooms. Pepto-Bismol and whiskey. I'm trying to think of... Those are the films, like the ones with weird things are the ones that like we remember.
Yep.
And not even just the weird bits. Like I remember a good chunk of Call Me By Your Name.
I watch it every week.
You should watch it with your mom.
I hope the sequel to Call Me By Your Name is just Michael Stuhlbarg's character. Because he's great.
Is that the dad?
Yeah, he's just a nice dude. I just want a movie of him.
I feel like, you remember Unforgiven? You remember the journalist?
Yeah.
The guy writing the book?
Yeah.
I feel like if that was made today, Michael Stuhlbarg would be the journalist.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't he seem like
He
this?
does, yeah, he does look a lot like that dude, actually.
Like the guy, he's really good in A Serious Man.
He's in so many things, too.
But in A Serious Man, he plays the lead.
Nice.
It's a Coen Brothers movie.
I didn't watch Fargo Season 3 because he's in that.
You should also watch Fargo.
Yeah, I should watch Fargo.
Fargo's only like 2 hours. Where Fargo Season 3 is probably like, what, 10?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe even more than that, because I think some episodes are more than an hour.
You should just watch the Coen Brothers movies.
Yeah.
There's some on Netflix. There's Burn After Reading. There's A Serious Man.
That's for them.
Yeah. And there's a new one they just did, Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Well, I'll watch it since Michael Stuhlbarg's the lead.
I heard Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an anthology movie. And I heard, the best way I heard it described, is I haven't seen it yet, but I heard someone describe it as appetizer platter of everything that makes the Coen Brothers great. So it might be a good entry
Really?
movie, because it gives you like...
I heard, the only thing I've heard about Buster Scruggs is a tweet from, I don't remember who, but it was a movie person. That was like, I like a lot of the Coen Brothers movies. Buster Scruggs is not one of them. Is that the one that just came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, everyone I've seen has said they liked it so far. The one I saw was by one of the guys from Letter Media. He's like, it's like a sample platter of everything that makes them great. True Grit's a good one. But True Grit's kind of in the same realm as No Country for Old Men. Like, it's very serious.
Yeah. See, I wanted to watch True Grit when I was doing the westerns, but it isn't on anything.
But, most of their movies are, like, comedic, but not like, I don't know, they're very dark comedic. Like, A Burn After Reading is one of the best dark black comedies I've ever seen. Because it's just, like, really messed up humor. George Clooney builds a dildo chair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We should get Starbucks to sponsor us.
I think they'll definitely go for it. We're both drinking Starbucks because America.
We hate Christmas.
That's right. We're on Christmas, and we're fighting it. We must kill Christmas. Rah. They're playing Christmas music in there. I think that's the first time I've actually heard them playing Christmas music. Which I'm surprised it's taken this long.
Mum Ra. This has been a weird week. Internet things.
I don't even know what's happened this week. I was very busy.
Well, this thing got on Twitter because some stupid guy started signifying how women with brightly colored, like unnatural colored hair, like, you know, blue, green, that dye it, it's like the thing. Well, he said it's like the thing in the animal kingdom where they have bright colors to signify things to stay away from, so stay away from men. Everyone's like, no, that's the signal for predators to stay away. But he went on this big long Twitter thread. I read the whole thing. And he's like, It was all serious. He's like, serious example. Harley Quinn. Look at her hair. And I'm like, but she not real though. But she not real. And then there's a bunch of 80s man babies crying because the new She-Ra cartoon isn't like the one that they didn't watch when they were a kid.
Oh, that's too bad. I feel bad for them.
Well, they wouldn't. All the ones complaining wouldn't have watched it because it was a quote unquote girl show. But then they can't jerk off to the new one, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't watched anything since our last podcast. I finished season 4 of BoJack, which actually ended kind of on a happy note. Like, not for Mr. Peanut Butter and Diane, but for BoJack and Hollyhock. It's like a nice happy moment at the end.
Okay, how about those segment going through his mom's dementia-riddled mind?
Yeah, that was really good.
That stuff, that is.
And then it ends with, oh heck, BoJack isn't the father, it's his dad.
Yeah, I like that. Season 5 has kind of a similar feeling ending. It's kind of a darker ending, but it kind of has a happy feel to it. Yeah, I'm excited for you to get into season 5. So.
Yeah, I'm debating whether or not I'm gonna watch that now, or if I'm gonna like watch something else, like
Maniac.
get back into Black Mirror or watch Maniac. Or
You should do Maniac because it's just one and done because it's a limited series. It's 10 episodes, and they're not long.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of them are 29 minutes long. The longest one I think is like 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't take very long to watch it. I watched it in a week. I did like 2 episodes a day. And then I watched it over the course of a week. Emma Stone's really good in it. And Jonah Hill's good in it. I just keep getting distracted by serious and skinny Jonah Hill. Because I remember fat, like, super bad Jonah Hill. Which also has Emma Stone.
Yep.
Remember when Shelley did those kinds of movies?
Yep. She's come a long way.
Like Easy A. That was the first thing I ever saw with her. That's why I didn't like her for so long.
Oh yeah, and what's the name of the movie that she's in now that's doing really well critically?
The Favorite?
Yeah, The Favorite. Guess we need to see that too.
If it comes near here.
Yeah.
I really kind of wanted to see A Private War. Like, I don't know if it would get anything, but it looks like it might be good.
Yeah.
Let's see, Rosamund Pike with an eye patch.
Yeah, that's kind of a funny one. And she gets her eye shut out in Hostile, so I think that's why she's wearing the eye patch. It's the same character. No, I'm just kidding.
She just lives like 300 years.
There's a character in Red Dead 2 that is a lot like her character in Hostiles, except way more violent at the end. The opening scene is with her, and then it goes over to Christian Bale, and then I want to talk about that to explain why the characters are like that. Remember, you haven't seen Hostiles yet.
No. Speaking of Christian Bale, apparently stuff is starting to trickle in about Vice.
Yep.
And what I've heard trickle in is very good.
Not too surprising. That's good.
Well,
Who's directing it?
Adam McKay.
What else he done?
The Big Short.
Big Short. Okay.
And I think he done a bunch of comedy movies. I think he did Anchorman.
This one looks like it's going to be kind of like a dark political comedy.
Yeah. I want a good political, like relevant political movie, and I really, really, really wanted The Frontrunner to be good.
Yeah.
But the reviews aren't so great. It could pick up. It's possible.
That's disappointing.
It could pick up, but it's unlikely.
Looks like it's going to be a white boy Rick.
Yeah. And
Which makes me sad because I want a good movie with Hugh Jackman and J.K. Simmons.
I mean, they both have good movies.
Yeah. But together. J.K. Simmons, I think, has the best voice. Just in general.
He used to voice the peanut, the yellow M&M.
Really?
For the M&M commercials.
That's great. I know him first. Well, I guess probably the first thing I saw him in was Spider-Man, but he was also in that show, The Closer, which is a TNT cop show that my parents really, really liked and like watched all of. So, and he was in the majority of that show. I think he's like not in like maybe the last season or something. But you can watch Whiplash so you can see him just give the most horrible improv insults. He just comes up off the top of his head, just harassing his students. It's
so
great.
is he just musician Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah, kind of. Like he's like a drill sergeant or like a. You see it in a lot of like sports movies. Like the football coach is like horrible and abusive, but he gets results. But it's with that with music. But Damien Chazelle said that was actually what his music teacher was like. That because Damien Chazelle was a jazz drummer, which is what Miles Teller's character is, and he's like his music dude was actually like that.
That's a very interesting career turn.
Well, he and Justin Hurwitz were in the band together, and they were musicians and stuff. And then Justin Hurwitz is the guy that's done the scores for all his movies and did La La Land and won the Oscar for La La Land and stuff. And I think he also helped write a lot of the stuff with Damien Chazelle. But
just still that he turned into film.
Yeah, well, he like loved film too, like at the time, and it was kind of like whichever one takes off. And then with Justin Hurwitz, I think he was more in music, but he still loved film too. Like wanted to make music for film, and then now that's why like La La Land was like their dream movie they've been wanting to do for a really long time. And then they finally did it.
They also did
It's
First
wholesome.
Man.
Yep.
Which did not do well at the box office, and apparently Widows was not doing well at the box office.
I don't think Whiplash did very well either.
But Whiplash was a different kind of movie. It was more arty. It wasn't as big a release as First Man. And Widows is kind of a big release too, because Warner Brothers pushed for it. But people. Yeah,
so I've seen some commercials for it. Like my dad's was watching football the other night or something, and there was an ad for it in there. I was like, oh hey. And I got a YouTube ad for it a couple times, I think.
People don't want to go see it, but like I guess people that complain about sequels, reboots, and remakes and franchise films only want to go see sequels, reboots, remakes, and franchise films.
What else is out now that would be taking the money? People still going to see Venom?
I think it's still at the theaters.
Yeah.
Star is Born is too.
Star is Born.
What else?
I can't even remember what's out now. Overlord, but I don't think that's doing.
I want it to do well just because it's an original thing, and
it's stupid.
Even though, like, still as an original, like I don't think it's stupid in the way that like I don't know, like Transformers movies are stupid. I think it's trying to be like
it's like kind of intentionally hokey.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
And over the top.
I'm okay with that. Like, and if it does really well, good for it. So that maybe more movies like that can keep coming, because that's how all these sequels and original things got started. Is somebody did it and then people liked it. Ghostbusters was a thing because somebody made it. Ghostbusters, the original, would not get made today, especially the ghost blowjob part. That's weird.
Widows looks like it's not going to be as heavy as his other two movies, or
oh god,
definitely not as much as Shame, and not as much as.
No, either one. You just feel disgusted, like not the movie, but just like you feel bad coming out of both of those.
Yeah.
Like 12 Years a Slave is a phenomenal film, and it was the one I rooted for to win the Oscar that year, and it did, and I think it deserved it. But it is not a movie you feel good walking out of. It's like Schindler's List. You know, you don't really feel good at the end of that. Like, this is one of the greatest atrocities in history. And Shame is just like somebody just destroying themselves.
I don't think this one's going to be happy in the slice, but it seems a little more, I don't know. It's not like a slavery or crippling sexual addictions.
I think it's going to be more along the lines of like No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
like that's not a happy movie.
Yeah, it's not a dark
but you can enjoy that
Yeah.
movie. I'm surprised he didn't get Michael Fassbender for this movie. This is his first movie without Michael Fassbender.
Is he a slave owner in 12 years?
Mm-hmm.
Darn it, Michael.
Benedict Cumberbatch is too.
Nice. Well, this has Colin Farrell and Liam Neeson. Surprisingly, I don't think Liam Neeson's going to be in it very long.
Nobody gets excited about Colin Farrell.
I like Colin Farrell.
I like Colin Farrell. I do. I like him more than most everybody. But nobody gets excited for Colin Farrell. And Colin Farrell's not a bad actor, but I still would say Michael Fassbender's a better actor.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I would say Tom Hardy's a better actor, and Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling. That's my dream team. I want a movie with Tom Hardy, Michael Fassbender, and Ryan Gosling.
You need to watch In Bruges, though, because that's like my favorite Colin Farrell performance, I think. He's really fun in it.
I like
Really good in it.
I like him in Minority Report.
He's really good in The Lobster, too. Lobster is such a weird movie. It's so weird.
Okay, here's what we need to do. We need to pick a day. And we'll both watch a movie at the same time, but I'll watch The Lobster, and you watch Swiss Army Man.
Yeah.
And we'll go back and we'll text each other back and forth and see which one is really weird. Because I love Swiss Army Man. Like, it's just... Swiss Army Man, like, is a very weird movie, but it's one of those movies you walk away from and kind of you feel good inside.
Yeah.
Like drinking hot cocoa in a cold
Yeah.
day. Like, you feel warm inside because it's just so sweet.
Yeah.
And, like, somebody poured their heart and soul into this movie about a talking corpse.
Who farts and...
Oh, God, it's so bizarre.
Yeah.
It's all... The music is all a cappella. There's no instruments in it.
Yeah.
It's all just like them going pop, 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 pop. And the directors have the same first name, I think. So it just says directed by, like, the Daves, or whatever their first name is. It's really pretentious, but it's really...
I want to watch the Killing of the Sacred Deer 2 by the dude who did The Lobster, and it's also got Colin Farrell. But it looks like really disturbing.
I also want to see you watch Mother and see which one you find.
Yeah, I need to watch Mother too.
I want to see which one's more off-putting to you, Neon Demon or Mother.
We'll see.
I rented Mother and I just sat at home watching it. By the end, I was like, what now? I also want to see if you can pick up what Mother is about.
Well, see, I've already heard a lot of
I know
people's theories.
Well, you're familiar with the source material.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, the Bible?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the Bible.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so like I heard the two theories was it's like a Bible Adam and Eve thing.
Oh, it is.
And then the other theory was like it's Mother Nature and the Earth or something, and it's something about pollution, climate change or something. Those are the two biggest theories I've heard.
Well, what I heard was the husband is God, and Mother is Mother Nature. The house is the Earth, and then everybody else is like...
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Darren Aronofsky, remember, this man is very pretentious. He wears a lot of scarves. Though, just imagine if he wrote a movie, and Nicholas Winding Refn directed it, and Darren Aronofsky produced it, so he's still on board through the project. Imagine that movie. Imagine that movie.
Yeah.
They should star...
I almost don't want to because it'd be too perfect. Be too perfect
Who
for this
should
world.
be in it? Who should be in it? Jake Gyllenhaal or Nicolas Cage?
Both.
Both?
Why not both?
Yeah, why not both? The movie should be called Crazy Eyes. Jake Gyllenhaal's a really good actor, but, like, he does have crazy eyes. Like, he plays those kind of roles well. Like, kind of off-kilter.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't watch Enemy too.
Enemy does feel like a Nicholas Winding Refn film, but directed by Denny. Enemy is good because it's just so short. Like, it's an hour and a half, so you're in and out pretty quick.
Who else is in that?
That's it.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
And
everyone else is
who's-
like French-Canadian
Okay.
actors I've never heard of. It's a very French-Canadian film. Like, very. Like, it's very clearly in that part of Canada. Everybody talks that way except for Jake Gyllenhaal for whatever reason.
Well, I haven't been watching things. playing a lot of Red Dead.
You're always playing a lot.
Let me tell you. And I was hoping to get it done this week, but like between work and then traveling, I don't think I'm going to be able to. But because it's so big, but it's so good. It's so good.
I'll get to eventually.
So good.
I meant to, because today is Alan Moore's birthday. So happy birthday, Alan Moore, for somehow listening.
Happy birthday.
I meant to bring I was going to bring the Killing Joke and let you borrow it so you could read it. Because Killing Joke's so short.
Yeah.
But I forgot. So.
Oh well.
There's that.
Take that, Alan Moore.
Well, so, speaking of that, now that you've had a little more time, how's Mask of the Phantasm set with you now that you've had
I hate it now. No.
more time?
It's good, yeah. It's a good little Batman movie. It made me want to watch the animated series, but you know it's $100.
You could get the DVDs.
Yeah, I'll just wait for it to.
Yeah, I was gonna say
either a cheaper version or it just drops the price.
Black Friday too. Like something like check like Best Buy or Target online might have it for like $50 or something. I want to get it. And I want to get the Justice League one too, because Justice League, Batman the Animated Series, and the 2 Avatar shows are like the peaks of animation for me. Avatar is really good. I think Avatar, I would put it above Batman the Animated Series simply because Batman the Animated Series has a lot of filler episodes, or like a lot of standard kids episodes, like that they were forced to make, and The Last Airbender doesn't, which I think ekes it out. And that one's actually not too bad. The Blu-ray for it's like $30.
Yeah.
Because that's what I got it for. On Amazon. It's like $50 at Walmart or something. Yeah. Movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Just filling that silence. 30 seconds of silence should be the name of our podcast.
I'm trying to think what else we've got coming up on our road to the Oscars.
Green Book, maybe.
Maybe it's getting a lot of buzz.
See,
but
Green Book, it's supposed to be good. My only thing with not wanting to see it like terribly is because it looks a little too feel good to me.
But there's
Like
always one.
and that's not that it's not going to be nominated for an Oscar, but just because it looks a little too feel good for me to like really enjoy it much. But
there's not always one, but a lot of times there's one like feel good Oscar movie. And I'm always trying to see all the nominees. Like that's always my goal. That's one of the reasons we're trying to see them all now before they get nominated. That's one of the thinkings behind a lot of our screening choices. So, I guess, I don't know.
I just want the meal to come out.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
Where else comes out between here and then? Maybe Green Book. Maybe The Favorite if we get it.
Yeah.
If Suspiria comes to like Lyric, I'd like to go see it. Because you know you want to see what he's got in that movie. Like, what he worked into, like, it's just a romance story, how pretentious it is. How is it going to be in a pretentious horror movie? Like, you want to witness this. And it'll be like Neon Demon, but good.
What are you saying? Neon Demon is the best movie.
Neon Demon made me angry. I yelled at that movie. Like, I yelled at the screen at that movie. It made me angry.
I'm happy we literally talk about Neon Demon every time.
We do. We bring that movie up every episode. If you haven't seen Neon Demon, go watch Neon Demon, because if nothing else, it is an experience.
Watch every one of Nicholas Winning Refn's movies in one day.
Oh God, don't do that to
I
yourself.
think I just have Drive.
No, you still got
And
the ones before Bronson.
what was his ones before Bronson?
He's got a whole trilogy of movies called like The Pusher. He's got some other and one other movie. He's got like 4 movies before Bronson. And then Drive, and then it's Bronson, Drive, Only God Forgives, Neon Demon, and then the TV series he's made. Have you ever been on his IMDb page and looked at trivia about him?
No.
You should do that sometime.
Did you watch that Oscar Isaac video I sent?
No.
Well, the only reason I sent it is because he was talking about Drive, and he was like, and it's like just one thing I remember about Nick Refn was he wore a blanket, always wore a blanket around his like stomach because that's where the happy energy is or something, and then he just kind of eye rolls like whatever that means. And I was like, oh man, that's great. Oscar Isaac is like this guy's a weirdo.
Oscar Isaac's got an interesting career because he's like in Star Wars, but then he's also like in Annihilation and Ex Machina.
And Inside Llewyn Davis. He's in like a lot of like artsy movies. And
But
Drive.
He's a really good actor.
Yep.
I love Ex Machina.
Yeah, Ex Machina is really good.
But you know what I love more than Ex Machina? Annihilation. I'm never gonna stop championing that movie. That movie's just so good. I think about that movie a lot. I guess has to be the most memorable movie of the year for me, because like I think about that movie a lot. I've been listening to the soundtrack like on and off since I saw it. Like I think about it more than First Reformed, which is saying something because First Reformed is kind of like at the back of my mind a lot.
Yeah.
Of the time. Like I'll just be doing something like First Reformed.
Yeah, I think First Reformed might be the most memorable for me. Star Wars Born has been to.
Is it?
Not as much as First Reformed, but I still think about it. I don't know what else. Solo, A Star Wars Story. Now that one I forgot. I enjoyed it, but I don't ever think about it.
Yeah, it was alright. That's been all the big movies this year, like Infinity War. Infinity War was good, and I really enjoyed it, but I don't think about Infinity War that often. I think about Annihilation a lot. I think about First Reformed a lot. I think about Venom a lot too.
Yeah.
I think about Venom more than I do Isle of Dogs. I think about Venom a lot. But Venom is that weird exception just because it's so utterly bizarre. That movie is going to get nominated for a Razzie. Like, that's my... I just hope they don't give Tom Hardy a Razzie for worst actor. Because my word.
Yeah.
That's what saved that movie.
Yeah.
That man gave his heart and soul. By his heart and soul, I mean his best drug high.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of doing a Bronson in it.
that scene when he's in the restaurant, he just goes and lies down
Yeah.
in the lobster tank, and then he picks up a lobster and is trying to eat it. Or about the scene he just dumps a bunch of tater tots in his mouth.
Yeah, it's a good making a scene. There's not many of good making a scene scenes. They're usually pretty dumb. That one was incredibly dumb, but in the best ways.
What else? I mean, every dialogue between he and Venom, pretty much.
Yeah. Ain't nothing changed with the weather.
He's got shit you've never seen. Or the best one in the movie. You'll be this armless, legless, faceless thing floating down the street like a turd in the wind.
Yeah.
Let this sink in. This movie came out like, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
We saw it 2 months ago. We're still laughing about it. That's power right there.
He's got another really great line that I think he says to the cashier lady. That's like, it's another one like, ain't nothing changed but the weather. That's just really stupid and something no one says. Ain't nothing changed but the weather. Oh, it's so stupid. So good.
Just bit that guy's head off. Yeah, it feels so weird.
I got a parasite.
Like, everyone in that movie is just so bored. Except for Tom Hardy, who's just like, hey! Hey, yo!
Hey, it's me, Tom Hardy. We gotta go stop Riz Ahmed from doing whatever it is he's doing.
Yeah, he's got this generic New York accent.
Yeah.
Doesn't the movie take place in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what confused me too. Is like I thought he's in the same city as Spider-Man. Why isn't it in New York City?
Because it can't be connected to Spider-Man.
But Venom inherently is.
Do you want to see Tom Holland's like earn a Spider-Man to Tom Hardy's like
Yep.
wacky Venom? That would be a very weird movie.
I want Tom Hardy to eat Tom Holland. I want to see that.
Tom Hardy probably could eat Tom Holland in real life. Have you seen Tom Holland? He's kind of small.
Yeah.
And Tom Hardy's kind of big.
Tom Hardy's a big dude who tackles thieves.
I need to watch Taboo. He's supposed to be really good at Taboo.
I didn't watch The Revenant.
Yeah, you should watch Revenant. That's one of his best performances. Why he didn't win that year? He was the best supporting actor.
I want to watch Birdman too.
They should have given it to him instead of Leo, anyways.
Suck it, Leo.
He was just not. I just don't like.
I don't like Leo either.
Like, he's not bad. He's not a bad actor. But I don't think
know.
he's as good as everyone like hypes him up to be.
I think they just do it because he's been around for so long and has done so many big movies.
I think they do it because
they don't understand how he hasn't gotten an
He's
Oscar.
done a lot of Scorsese films, and Martin Scorsese is one of the best directors.
Yeah.
And since he's done a lot of his films, I equate him with being the best. But you know who else did a movie with Martin Scorsese? Nicolas Cage. Nobody says Nicolas Cage is the best actor. Nicolas Cage actually has an Oscar.
And he deserves it, and he deserves more.
If I remember right, I could be wrong. The movie he won his Oscar for was Best Supporting Actor. It was for Moonstruck. And if I remember right, that's the one where he has a wooden hand, and he goes, I lost my hand! I lost my bride! Johnny has his hand! Johnny has his bride! That's how he says the line.
What if Nicolas Cage was Venom? Can you imagine?
That would be too much. We've seen that. It's called Ghost Rider.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I remember it.
We already have that movie. It's called Ghost Rider.
Man, I forgot that movie existed.
Yeah, it's not that funny. Honestly, as far as bad superhero movies, like Ghost Rider's alright. Daredevil, it's good, bad Ben Affleck. Catwoman is kind of cringy, but Venom is the top. Because Catwoman's got some funny parts, but it's also frustrating. The same thing with all those. Venom, I was never once frustrated or angry at that movie. They took me for a ride, and I loved every second of it. Like, it was beautiful. It was insane. I think my car might blow up. My car makes vroom vroom sounds.
Vroom vroom.
Yeah. Imagine if Venom had been directed by Nicholas Winding Refn. And I think The Parasite is about the monster inside us all that's trying to eat our happy energy, and the little girl that's inside us. And we must protect the little girl inside us because...
I mean, it would basically be Bronson, but with a monster.
Nicholas Winding Refn has kids. Let that sink in.
That's not good.
Have you ever seen Ryan Gosling's movie? directed?
No, I need to.
Have you seen a trailer for it?
No.
Watch a trailer for it. I think it should be added to Nicholas Winding Refn's filmography unofficial because you can tell he took his inspiration from there. It's like Water City, Undercity. I don't know. It's about something. It's like it's got.
Is it BioShock?
I wish. It's got Saoirse Ronan in it. I think Matt Smith is in it because everybody loves Matt Smith.
No, I don't like Matt Smith.
He's gonna be in Star Wars. He was in Terminator Genesis for like 2 minutes.
Nicholas Winding Refn needs to do the BioShock movie.
Darren Aronofsky needs to do the BioShock movie.
Both of them together. Oh my god, what if Denis Villeneuve did the BioShock movie?
That would be a really good movie.
Yeah.
Which BioShock movie would you want him to do? Would you want him to do BioShock or Infinite? Which one?
I don't know.
Because Infinite's got a good story.
Infinite is more of his kind of movie too.
I think Infinite would do better as a miniseries.
Like Infinite is like a Nolan Villeneuve movie where it gets trippy at the end.
I think Infinite would make a good miniseries because like the shifting through realities thing would be hard to distill into one movie. But if you did like 10 episodes, now BioShock, I think you could distill into like a 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah. Charlie Brooker does BioShock. He should do Minerva's Den. Man, a BioShock like anthology miniseries would be really good.
Just pitch it in
because there's an infinite amount of universes, so you can do a lot of crap in there.
They've already got Black Mirror.
They're making Twilight Zone.
Yeah. I mean, Black Mirror is kind of all you need as far as that type thing goes. Black Mirror is an interesting movie series. I don't even know what it is anymore.
Yeah, that it is. That's something I think about still, is like most episodes of Black Mirror. Like something will remind me of one of them every day.
That's not good.
Yep.
You just turn on the news and you see this guy holding someone hostage and somebody's got to have sex with a pig to free them.
Oh yeah.
Imagine if that happened in America. That person would die. No way Donald Trump would do that. At least not admitting to it publicly. He might do it in his private life.
Yep. That's a good thing to think about.
Donald Trump having sex with a pig. Someone should Photoshop Donald Trump's face into that scene from Black Mirror. That one's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're all kind of depressing.
Yeah.
But like, that one especially because like, what do you do there? Because like his wife is so angry at him for doing it, and like I can see her point of view, but at the same time, I see his because he's like trying to save somebody's life.
Well, and it also becomes he's pressured into doing it, and everyone's gonna hate him if he doesn't do it. It's a complicated episode.
Aren't they all?
Yep.
What else is another depressing one?
All of them.
Oh, there's a couple of happy ones. San Juniperios kind of.
White Christmas, where John Hamm gets blocked from the world, and then that one dude is spending an eternity in Christmas land. That's a cheery one. Shut Up and Dance, where everything is awful and everyone is
Oh
awful.
god, Shut Up and Dance is one of the roughest ones to watch. Is it before or after San Junipero? I can't remember. Like you don't
before.
Before, okay. Okay, that's good. Imagine if it was the other way around. Because San Junipero is like one of the rare happy ones, and you kind of feel alright at the end of it. Man, Shut Up and Dance, you just feel. That's the kind of feeling. I equate that kind of similar to like shame. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel bad. And you feel a little disgusted. And like everybody loses in the end.
Yeah. It's kind of the same with $1 Million Merit, where everyone loses in the end and it's kind of gross. Really just a lot of Black Mirror episodes like that. Be Right Back's also one that's not like, it's sad, but it isn't like.
Is that the one with
Donald Gleason and Atwell?
Yeah, that one's not too bad.
That one's just like mourning. Like that's the only. It's not like a one that makes you feel horrible about society and feel like you want to throw up.
There's one in season 4 that's really good that way. It's depressing. It's called like I can't remember what it's called now. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's got some really messed up shit in it. You're gonna have fun with that one. What was the last one you seen? Playtest?
No, I didn't watch Playtest. I think San Junipero is the last one I watched. I skipped Playtest.
You can go back and Playtest.
Yeah.
It's basically about Kojima. Like the video game guy in the movie, he's modeled after Kojima, like so clearly. I was like, I wonder how Kojima feels about this. He's probably excited.
Do you follow Kojima on Twitter?
No.
He tweets the darndest things.
He's the video game equivalent of Nicholas.
Yeah, for real, he is.
Oh my god, no! I know who should direct the Metal Gear movie. We gotta solve Hollywood how to keep this a true, faithful video game adaptation.
Yeah, forget Jordan Vogt Roberts, who keeps trying to get that movie made. No, like he gets it made, like he gets it to where they sign a deal for it, but then Nicholas Winding Refn swoops in and does it. Oh man.
I want Nicholas Winding Refn to be a guest character on Death Stranding. He would fit into that so well. I follow Nicholas Winding Refn on Twitter.
I think I do too.
I don't think he does much, but I just waiting for that gold thing that one day he's going to say something really weird about like the little girl inside us all. I wonder how Ellie Fanning felt on that movie. Like, did she feel stranger danger the whole time?
I mean, maybe that helped her in the acting. That's such a weird movie, man.
Which is weirder, it or Only God Forgives? I go with it.
Yeah, it for sure.
Only God Forgives was like, okay.
It's less memorable to me.
The Neon Demon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got some really pretty shots in it too, though. But
Neon Demon is just like got so many bizarre things that have no meaning and they don't make any sense, and there's no ideas behind them, like the sex with the corpse. I feel like a lot of people gloss over that scene. I feel like we've glossed over the sex with the corpse scene. I don't want to gloss over that.
yeah, I don't know that gloss over it. It's just that it's such an outlandish scene that to discuss it would be to go all in and be like, what? Like the only reaction to have to that is either ignore it or ah.
Like you watch it, it's like if a whole scene. It's like, oh god, it's like the Peach scene but worse.
Yeah, it's nowhere. Peach scene is play is just child's play in comparison.
the peach scene was weird. And when you saw that comic, at least I don't know. I think he enjoyed it. But I was like, what? No,
I was like, no,
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 no.
no.
You put down that peach right now.
Stop it, Timmy. Timmy.
Timmy didn't put down that peach. I wonder if Timmy can still eat peaches.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't eat peaches anymore.
like,
But what if like Army Hammer has peaches all the time now, and it's like a weird thing? Army Hammer's like, ooh, you know what I am in the mood for?
no,
It's a peach.
no. Army Hammer gets home from shooting. Like he finally gets to come back home after shooting, and his wife went out and got groceries. And for dessert, they were going to have peach cobbler, and he's just like, no thanks.
Yeah. Did you see that he apologized for that tweet?
Yeah, I disagree. I liked his tweet.
Yeah.
I agreed with it. Because, like, all the people that were doing that, yeah, they were all like,
And that's the thing you
Robert
see people
Downey
do a
Jr.
lot.
Like, the people, like, like comic book creators, they were all, none of them, like, I'm sure a lot of them probably have pictures with Stan Lee,
Yeah.
but they were just like, here's Stan Lee, and here's what he meant to me. Whereas a lot of the actors like, oh, Stan Lee, us together, I was in Avengers.
Yeah.
I was like, Armie Hammer kind of hit that nail on the head. I was like, you go, Armie Hammer.
I agreed with it too, and I was like, ooh, get him, Army. But at the same time, like, I can definitely see why that backfired on him, because it wasn't super sensitive.
It was better than Bill Maher.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. But Bill Maher's not known for sensitivity.
Did you see what Neil Gaiman said about Bill Maher?
No.
He was like, he's just a troll, no rise to him. He's like, more people care about Stan Lee's death than care about Bill Maher alive.
Yeah.
Or like one guy, there's this comic book writer, he's a prominent one called Tom King. And Stan Lee used to have a saying, he'd been saying a lot of this thing called "Nuff said." And he put "Nuff said," and he took one of the soapboxes from one of the comics where Stan Lee talked, and he's like, okay, I'm just going to lay it on the line. Bigotry, racism, and hatred towards different people of any kind is wrong, and all that. He went on this rant. And then it showed a thing of Bill Maher talking about Donald Trump, and he's like, I respect Donald Trump. He's got good ideas, and he speaks his mind. And he just went, "Nuff said." And I was like, that's a classic way to do it. Bill Maher's like Roseanne Barr. They should do a show together. It would be the worst show ever. It would be so horrible. And Tim Allen could be on it. Because Tim Allen said, nobody pisses people off more than a funny conservative. I just want to know if he knows one. Because Tim Allen's not funny. It very easily could have been Jungle 2 Jungle Tim Allen. Nope. You had to make Christmas with the Cranks.
A funny conservative.
I'm
thinking of one. I'm trying to find one. Still searching.
that's the problem. Conservatives typically not seem to found in like artistic mediums. They're more in like Bloomberg.
Have you ever seen or heard, listened to, or watched Steven Crowder? He's a conservative YouTube podcast dude, and I see people share him a lot. And he likes to defend everything that they do as like, oh, we're comedy, so it's okay if we aren't always the best journalists. But then at the same time, they call out journalists all the time when they get stuff wrong, and they're like, we have better journalism. Like, we'll pick one. Anyway, point is, a lot of people think he's funny. I can't stand him. Oh, he's awful.
I just like, you're like, I'm trying to think of one. I can't stand him.
Yeah, he's like, his comedy is just mean comedy.
That is a lot of, I've seen a lot of conservative comedians because they would appear on Fox News because that's their home. And that's a lot of their comedy.
He used to work for Fox News, actually.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Dennis Miller, I think, is one, and he's really bad. He's really bad.
Which, and I think You know, a lot of comedians on the left too are also very mean. I think SNL in general, like the biggest hits from them are a little mean. Granted, it's a lot of time the people like Trump and stuff that I'm fine with them being mean to, but a lot of it's unfair. I think
it depends. Like modern SNL, yeah.
Yeah.
But like classic SNL, because like one of their most famous skits is the Chippendale, where Chris Farley is just dressed like a Chippendale dancer. I guess it's kind of mean because the joke is because he's fat, but at the same time, Chris Farley was in on the whole.
Yeah, he was in on it.
The King Tut one is one where Steve Martin's like singing a song about King Tut. That's a weird one.
How about Alec Baldwin's Sweaty Balls? Have you seen that one?
I don't know.
I was like, please tell me you've seen that, so you get the joke. No one can resist my sweaty balls.
See, the problem with me is that doesn't seem like an SNL joke, but maybe it does, because I've seen 30 Rock.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin and Tina Fey, who came from SNL.
Yeah.
And a lot of the jokes on there are wordplay jokes like that.
Yeah.
Like, 30 Rock is really bad for bad puns.
I need to watch that.
30 Rock is... There's a great where Alec Baldwin kind of turns into Batman and Tina Fey turns into the Joker. I think it's a joke because Alec Baldwin was considered to play Batman for the 89 one instead of Michael Keaton.
That would have been a different universe.
It would have been interesting. He would have had Bruce Wayne down. His Batman would have been kind of like, I don't know if there's anyone that's equally gotten Bruce Wayne and Batman like so well, other than
Christian Bale, of course.
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
He's
got such a good voice.
He's gotten that portrayal down. And Mark Hamill's Joker was also just any line of his is the Joker. It doesn't matter if it's a good line. He just delivers it so perfectly. One of my favorites is when he goes, ooh. Because he's like, ooh! And it's just so shrill and off-putting, and it's perfect. Or one of my favorites is Mask of Phantasm when he goes gasp, and he just says gasp. It's like, gasp! Like,
yeah, he's good. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Love that Mark Hamill.
I liked him Last Jedi. This is the best Star Wars movie.
Nah, he wasn't Luke Skywalker. That wasn't Luke Skywalker. Not my Luke Skywalker.
All the people mad about that are just 80s babies that are mad about the fact that they can't have jerk off to She-Ra because it reminds them of their mom or something. Like, it's all the same people. Always. Like, if anything that they had as a kid is slightly different now, they get mad. I don't really care if the Ninja Turtles are different. They're turtles. They're ninjas. Who gives a shit? They're turtles. Like, my favorite cartoon as a kid was Batman the Animated Series. There's been other Batman cartoons. They're different. I don't really care. I still got Batman the Animated Series I can go watch. The original's always there.
Yeah.
You can go watch the original Ghostbusters. I want to work at the Turf Grass Research Center. Your job is to watch grass grow. It's gotta be exciting.
Hell of a life.
Just get really high and smoke some grass and watch the grass.
Whoa, dude, that grass is growing fast.
That's a really terrible joke. I'm sorry.
No, that was 10 out of 10.
My favorite moment. My favorite thing of Alec Baldwin's ever. I'm thinking about 30 Rock episodes as well. There's one where they go to like some town in Kentucky, and they go to a place called like some place, and they get something called Chuckle, which in that world is like the part of a pig between its tail and its anus. And she gets a sandwich with extra chuckle because she doesn't know what it is. And Alec Baldwin knows, and he just turns towards the camera and just gives the slightest smile out the corner of his mouth. Like, it's so slight. And every time I see it, I just lose it. Because it's such a stupid joke, but his delivery of it was so perfect. That, like, I can't. I just lose it every time. Maybe we'll get lucky with Widows and we can move around the seats.
Yeah. Well, it isn't doing very well in the box office, so maybe no one will be there. Granted, we are in a college town. Granted, all the college students are gone, though, probably.
That makes me...
Except for the ones that live here.
I always feel weird when there's no one in a movie, because on one hand, I like that experience, just me in the movie.
But then you feel bad.
Like when I saw Sicario, I also felt bad because no one's seeing this movie, and it's a really good movie.
Or Annihilation.
Yeah, nobody saw that movie. I'm starting to believe that only like 4 people saw that movie, and I'm one of them.
A lot of people in the UK saw it, in Europe, because they could watch it on Netflix.
Did you know Voodoo things are on YouTube apparently?
I did not.
YouTube has free to watch movies with ads.
Yeah, I've seen that YouTube. You can watch movies on YouTube, rent them.
Well, they have one that's free to watch with ads.
I didn't know that.
Saw that. And a lot of them are the same as Voodoo's, and I noticed that all my purchases are on YouTube. So I was like, oh, there's not a lot of people here. Maybe they're here to see Bohemian Rhapsody and
That's
Harry Potter.
what's out. Oh, and Harry Potter. I'm trying to. Oh, Nutcracker.
Nutcracker movies always bomb at the box office. Always.
This one's got Murph in it, though.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting she's Murph, because she'll always be the creepy CGI baby from the last Twilight movie to me.
Oh, well, I didn't see any of those movies.
I watched them all in one evening, and I was really drunk. Really drunk. They're still not that funny.
That's the only way to make it.
Well, we're gonna go see some Viola Davis doing some criminal work. We're gonna go see Ocean 8. It's the good one.
It's gonna get an Oscar.
Nothing is anybody's fault, but things happen. Look. This wood is fake. 5 years ago, I was engaged to be married, and Johnny came in here, and he ordered bread for me. And I said, oh, okay, some bread. and I put my hand in the slicer, and it got caught because I wasn't paying attention. The slicer chewed off my hand. It's funny, because when my fiancée found out about it, she found out that I'd been maimed. She left me for another man.
That's the bad blood between you and Johnny?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, but that's not Johnny's fault.
I don't care. I ain't no freaking monument to justice. I lost my hand. I lost my bride. Johnny has his hand. Johnny has his bride. You want me to take my heartbreak, put it away, and forget?
Everyone's just standing there awkwardly.
I think you want an Oscar.
I love his laugh. Oh, it's so good. He's like...
So, as a different than tradition, here's a little mini between the on the way to and on the way back. Because somebody, namely me, got the time drunk apparently. And we thought it was at 2:30. And I guess it's at 4:30. So we got like time to kill. So we're either going to go to a Target or vape shops.
Let's go to the vape shops.
Want to go to the vape
Well,
shops?
just walk around Blacksburg. That sounds like a time.
We could go to Best Buy.
No, we could probably have time to do multiple things. Although parking and that and stuff in Blacksburg will take a little more time.
Yeah, you gotta go in the parking garage. I'm glad they fixed the parking garage, because it used to be like go by your time there. Now it's just like $4 altogether. Go to Best Buy and make fun of all the things there.
Party Central. So, are we gonna go to the 4:30 here, or go to the 4 in Christian?
Well, would you rather do the 4:30 here if we were there? They're the same.
Yeah.
We could go get something to eat, I guess. Go to Christiansburg, go back to Five Guys.
Abbott.
I should pull out in front of this fire engine. I feel like that's a good idea. Be like Jerry from Parks So my girlfriend started rewatching the first season of Parks and Rec because she couldn't remember it, and like, because everybody's different.
Yeah.
Like, Ron's playing with phones and playing Scrabble on his computer. April's still April. Jerry's still Jerry.
Leslie's a lot more awkward in the first half too. I mean, the first season.
Yeah. Anne is just Anne. Anne is always Anne. You know who Quincy Jones is?
Yeah.
I just found that Rashida Jones is his daughter. I didn't know that. I didn't make the connection.
Wait, who is Quincy Jones?
I just asked him.
I'm like, the name sounds familiar.
He's like a music producer. Hey Siri, who is Quincy Jones? Let's see if Siri knows.
I'm getting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was getting Quincy Jones, and when you said Quincy Jones, the first thing I was thinking of was Clancy Brown.
What?
Different human being. Kind of similar name.
They both have Y's in their name. That's literally the only similarity.
Listen.
Quincy Jones was like a pioneer because he was a major and highly respected producer back in, like, I think it was in the 50s and 60s, and for a black man, that was a big deal. Like, because he produced things for like Frank Sinatra and all sorts of people.
And there's the fire engine. Get him, boys. Go put out that fire.
I think he just wanted to avoid the red light.
Yep. Hey, suck it, you simpletons. You have to sit at this red light. I'm a fire engine.
I'm a fire engine, motherfucker.
It's like a kid show with like the talking like cars and stuff. It's like, I'm a fire engine.
No, you know, like that terrible 3D CG kid shows, like Paw Patrol or whatever they see, but it's really an adult show, and they're like, I'm a fire engine, motherfucker. Suck my hose. God, this awful. Have you seen that show on Netflix called Super Drag?
No.
I've been getting it constantly pops up and like recommended for you because you watch BoJack. You need to watch the trailer for Super Drag, because how they got it from BoJack, I don't know. Other than they're both adult comedies.
There's no show like BoJack. Get out of here, Netflix.
There's a few really sad shows out there. Isn't The Wire supposed to be really sad? I don't know. I've never seen it. That's one of those shows that, like, this is one of the best shows of all time. The Wire.
Yeah.
Sopranos.
It's like
Breaking Bad. I've seen one of those. I've seen most of Breaking Bad. I don't like it.
Did you see the ones Ryan Johnson did? People like.
Yeah,
I've heard that people liked his episodes like the least, which I don't know if that came out just because of Last Jedi or what, but I know like at least some of them weren't received super critically well.
Breaking Bad was just boring to me, and I couldn't even finish it. I stopped at the last season. The Americans, that's a really good show.
Atlanta.
The guy that directed, he's directed a bunch of movies. Joe Wright, he directed Darkest Hours and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He directed an episode of Black Mirror.
Which one?
The one where they rape people.
I thought you said rape people.
Right.
I'm like, the one where they rape people. Like, oh yeah, that one.
I think that happened to. Oh my lord!
So he did.
Do you see that spa sign?
Yeah. What? Racism? It's gotta be racist, right? Well, it's like Milano's Italian. Wait, okay. So there's the Italian restaurant, and then what is the name of the spa? Edgewater? Yeah. Why? But there's like a dude in a sombrero.
There's I guess it's supposed to be. It's a racist depiction of a Latino person wearing a Speedo on a pool and spa supply.
So anyway, he did the episode of Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's directing an episode of Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I'm surprised. She wouldn't be too surprised if she did one in Black Mirror. Although I think that probably would have been announced by now for the next season. But
I think the guy that did Maniac did one episode of Black Mirror. I think. I can't remember.
we deliver. It's a pharmacy that delivers. Apparently.
They deliver your opioids
Yeah, I was
right
supposed
to
to
your door.
you get the opioids on the go.
You got an opioid addiction? We'll bring it straight to your doorstep. We should start that service in McDowell County. We'd be rich.
See, I'm going to Huntington for Thanksgiving. That's where the opioids at.
Woo!
That's where the opioids
You're
are,
gonna
man.
come back. You're gonna be like, yeah, man. Gonna have that addiction.
Huntington is wacky.
One day we need to go to the Marquee Theater in McDowell County, just so you can see McDowell County. Duck, 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 boots. First off, it's duck, duck, goose, if that's the joke you're going for.
There's not 3 ducks. Get out of here with your 3 ducks. It's only 2 ducks.
Yeah, there's only 2 ducks in this Burger King home with a Whopper.
Hey, it's Best Buy.
Let's
Ooh.
go be part of that big squad.
Let's go to Belk so we can get some clothing.
Let's just take the recorder into every store and do a monologue. We'll rate every store along the
Panera
shopping
Bread and Starbucks should be the same company, so that way you can get your pretentious coffee and then your burgers and soups.
I won't eat at Panera Bread because last time I ate there I got food poisoning.
I've never eaten at Panera Bread.
My brother has worked for Panera Bread for 15 years.
Dang.
He's a baker.
Does he love what he do?
I guess, because he keeps getting passed up for promotions, and every time he's like, the next one!
Aww.
And I'm like, no,
That's
no.
really sad.
I'm like, no. See, I'm the other way. When I get passed over promotion a handful of times, I'm like, well, this job's done. Bye.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I love Starbucks. It's one of the bigger reasons I love Lowe's.
How long were you at Starbucks?
A year, just over a year. I left Starbucks in June of 2018, and I got hired in May of 2017.
I got hired in July of 2018.
Yeah, you got hired right after I left.
Yeah.
That was my last act, was I put your name at the top of Stacy's hire pile.
Oh, but you didn't like say that to her though.
No.
You didn't because I was gonna say if you recommended me to her, I don't know that she would have hired me.
Best Buy, people. Have fun. We don't know how to read time zones. Welcome back to Country Roads. Take us to the movies, where we just saw the laugh out loud comedy of the season.
Just a rootin' tootin' funny time.
Oh, it was so beautiful. Remember that part when she was crying because her husband was dead, and it was just so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Or when the lady slapped her daughter, that was just hysterical.
Or when the old politician guy was lecturing his son. So funny.
Oh, it was great. It was hysterical.
Hysterical movie.
We're saying this because in our seating of widows, there's these 2 older women sitting down the end that laughed at everything.
And talked the entire time.
One of them was just scrolling on her phone the whole time, and they were talking like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
don't you do it?" And like theorizing, I was like, "Oh my god!" And like it was so out of place. Like
Every now and then, she's got the money. Like, that's the money. Or like figuring out plot points. Like,
oh, we just drove by a redneck congregation. They got all the jacked up trucks. Oh Lord, yeah, that was extremely frustrating. It was nowhere near the worst theater experience I've had, but it was very frustrating.
Yeah.
People, if you're in a theater, do not talk. Like, you can whisper a little bit. We do that. But do not just be like, they got the money in a heist movie. Of course they got the money. It's the fucking point of the movie.
It's privileged old people. You know, millennials get a bad rap for being privileged.
But at least we sit quietly in the movie theater.
The only people I've ever had net experience with are old people and children that don't know any better. So, suck at old people. That's endorsed on our podcast. That's our motto now. As their tagline, Controversial Seconds movie, suck at old people. This is a strict young man's podcast.
I'm putting that on the banner whenever.
No old people allowed. Old people don't know what podcasts are anyway. It's fine.
No, I had to explain one to my mom yesterday.
I had to do that one time too. Yeah.
Well, I told my mom because I was trying to ask her if she knew foam, and she's like, "Why do you need foam?" So I explained the whole thing, and she's like, "But why? Who's it for?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoever listens, I guess."
I've never had to explain that side, like making things and that before. I had tried to explain streaming to my dad one time, like Twitch streaming, and he's like, "Well, who's that narcissistic to think other people want to watch you play video games?" I'm like, "Well, you know, a lot of people actually." Have you heard of Ninja? He's making more money than anyone else.
A lot of people are doing it not just because they can make money off of it.
Yeah. But yeah, I had to explain what podcasts were to my mom one time. That was funny. It's like radio, except not.
I guess we should. So.
Oh yeah, the movie.
Do we want to talk about the movie?
I don't think we should talk about the movie. I think we should talk the rest of the time about old people.
Oh, I thought you were going to say gay conversion.
Okay. No. I feel like we should explain that. There's a lot of movies about gay conversion camps this year.
And I said we should just do an episode just on the statistics of gay conversion camps and like the pray the gay away crap and like. So you go to sign up for this movie podcast and you're getting lectured on.
Yeah. But this movie theater is showing Boy Erased, so like maybe we'll see it, maybe not.
I don't know. There's a food truck.
Ooh, a food truck.
It's open and a sign.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Is to rob a place and your getaway car's a food truck. Anyway, Widows.
Widows. I would say Steve McQueen. Like this is the first movie Steve McQueen's used.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen all but his very first movie, which is called Hunger, which was about hunger strike in a prison. He's a really good director.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good.
This is his best and worst movie I've seen, because it's the only one.
This, I don't know. This is right up near the top of my favorites this year.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah.
I think I like Annihilation's still my number one. I don't know. This might be tied with Black Klansman. I really like this movie.
Yep.
It's a really, really solid movie. I was kind of sad that Carrie Coon only had that small role. She was the other widow.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was.
Yeah. She started on a show called The Leftovers.
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
had Justin
Theroux.
Yeah, him. And it's really good. And then she was in Gone Girl. And she's really good in that. And that's, so I like her. I was actually familiar with most everybody except for the one girl, the one with the blonde hair.
Yeah, I wasn't
She
sure.
was the only one I didn't know. Because
what's the name of...
The short blonde hair, the one that could run really fast. The really tall girl, she was in, I've only seen her one thing, but she was in the Cloverfield Paradox.
Okay, wait. The short blonde-haired girl. Who's that? I thought you were talking about Alice. I think it's the character's name. I didn't know who she was.
The one that could
she
run
looked
really
familiar.
fast.
Yeah.
Worked at the salon.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. I know I've seen her from something. Probably in trailers and advertisements for things.
Yeah.
Like, I probably know of her from something I haven't seen, but she looks very familiar.
This was a very well-crafted crime thriller.
Yeah. I have two complaints.
Okay.
One, I really like Colin Farrell, but how come he had an accent a very specific accent, and then Robert Duvall was just doing Robert Duvall?
Well, but Robert Duvall might have immigrated to
Well,
Chicago.
yeah, but he had like a kind of Irish Chicagoan accent, Colin Farrell, and then his dad just sounded like Robert Duvall in all of.
You don't tell Robert Duvall.
That's
how
what
to
I'm saying.
act.
Like, I wonder if it was just like we're not getting Robert Duvall to do an accent, and
Wait.
Colin Farrell can only do two accents: one
Robert-
Irish and two kind of Irish American. Because really,
what Colin Farrell does is his natural voice and trying to do an American
Yeah,
accent,
yeah.
but the Irish.
but the
keeps
Irish still
seeping
comes through.
Um,
That really is that because he's either super Irish or just like
But Robert Duvall is considered like one of the great American actors, and I think this year is like we're going out with a bang for great American
and
actors.
he went out with a bang. Spoilers. And then the other complaint, which I was thinking this right as the movie wrapped up, was like, what was the deal with the kid getting shot? What did that have to do with anything? And then at the end, she gives the money to his dad, I guess, to open up the.
That was their son,
That was whose son?
Milo Davis.
That was
And
their
Liam
son.
Neeson's. Yeah, it was a flashback.
That was a flashback?
Yeah.
I didn't get that at all.
Yeah, it was a flashback.
What-
Right? It
what-
was clear as day to me.
What signified that it was a flashback?
Because she kept going in and out, and
Well, the flashbacks were just like those moments with her husband, though.
yeah, but she kept going in and out, and she had a couple flashbacks with her husband, but she also.
I'm gonna have to watch it again because I didn't like see a transition that made it clear that it was a flashback.
It was also talking about the death of their son because they had multiple times, like with her husband's flashbacks, like he can't come back, won't come back, so he saw that was an issue, and she laid flowers on his grave.
Yeah, well, I knew he died. I thought he actually was like a lot younger or something when he died.
No,
Yeah.
and because remember she said she never thought she'd marry a white guy or a criminal, and then she's like, he said something, and she's like, well, maybe.
Yeah.
If he hadn't had a kid with
He
somebody
would
else,
still
he'd
be alive.
Here, implying that, which I figured it right then that he was killed by a cop because he was black. You know, the trigger happiness. And then that scene came out, I figured, and he was also talking to Liam Neeson on the phone.
Yeah, I didn't recognize Liam Neeson's voice. Man.
Oh.
Okay, so now, well, so I thought it was just like this was a thing that happened in the community, and then
No.
she's like giving the dad money and like the reopen. I don't know. So okay, so that makes more sense.
No, it was a flashback.
Well, like that was the thing that when it happened, I was like, whoa, this is like, what is this movie
yeah,
about?
so
This is the
you
like.
said that to me, but I thought you were just like, I had issues with the tone or something.
Well, not the tone, but it's like that was another like big thing that happened in the movie, just in the middle. Oh, this kid get like, that's like a whole. That's something to make a movie about. Which, by the way, they have. There's like 3 movies this year.
There's the
what-
hate you give.
Yeah, The Hate You Give. Like Blind Spotting was also kind of that like that. There's a lot of stuff right now about black people getting shot by cops because it's a big political issue right now. So that's why I was like, oh, there's a whole other thing. And then I'm like, how does that actually tie into all of it? And now I know because there's a flashback. I didn't pick that up apparently.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
There's a lot of distractions. I'll say that.
Yeah. That was something like the scene when he's giving the political rant Colin Farrell in the
Yeah.
car, and you don't see him, and it's all one shot. I realized right at the end what that shot was for, because you see where they end up is that fancy ritzy neighborhood, and where they started was the poor neighborhood. Driving, showing, like transitioning from like the inner city to like here how close is all this money, but
Yeah.
it's staying right here.
Yeah.
I didn't really catch that, so right as it was ending,
That's really
I was
good.
distracted by, woo!
Yeah.
That's the kind of sounds they were making.
For real.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a very good movie.
Yeah, and another thing, when that moment where I was like looking at you and I was like, "Oh, this is good." I was thinking because he's listening to his brother, like in this debate, and he's got all this money, and there's a car behind him. I thought he was going to get arrested with all this money stolen from his brother's political rival, and that was going to bring him down or something. Like it was all going to be tied together. But then nope, that wasn't the car that was behind him.
I mean, I still really.
Yeah,
like
it
that
was still
scene.
really good.
That was one of the tightest like heist movies
Yeah.
I've ever seen. It was scored by Hans Zimmer. This is something I held off on talking about. You said you thought maybe Hans Zimmer because it sounded like The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And it reminded you of The Dark Knight, that one scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm assuming the beginning scene.
Yeah,
of
the
main.
robbery. Yeah.
Interesting. One of the films that this is listed similarly, and I think even Steve McQueen said, like, he kind of took some inspiration from, is Heat.
Mm-hmm.
And the opening scene of The Dark Knight is almost a copy-paste of a heist scene in the movie Heat.
Is Heat on anything?
It's on Netflix, I'm pretty sure.
It's $4 at Best Buy in Christiansburg.
But it's on Netflix, I'm pretty sure. It's a bit long, but it's done by Mike. I forget the guy's first name. I think it's Michael Mann. He used to be considered like the master of like the heist thriller, those types of movies. But he hasn't done a good movie since.
But
like,
not
2002.
anymore. It's what's his face, the Oceans guy. He's the master.
Who is it? Who is the guy that did the Oceans?
Soderbergh.
Soderbergh. Oh, weird guy.
Soderbergh. Yeah.
Weird guy. Magic Mike guy.
Logan Lucky guy.
I always think of him as Magic Mike.
Unsane guy.
Magic Mike, though.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna be remembered.
That is a stain on his.
I see. I don't know if it's a stain because from what I've heard, I've never seen it, but from what I've heard, it's kind of like Boogie Nights. It's like serious and dark and depressing.
Well, it's a stain in that it's a very movie that you're gonna be known for more. It's like whoever is doing 50 Shades of Grey movies is not gonna be known for anything else.
I've heard that it's quite the juxtaposition. The first one is like the serious, almost arty drama about male strippers, and the second one is just like male strippers. Here's Matthew McConaughey. Woo, woo, woo. He's like, all right, as he takes his pants off.
It would be a lot better if you had a turkey.
I keep that on my phone at all times because it makes me laugh every time. You have a turkey for Thanksgiving? No? It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Anyway, Widows. A rootin' tootin' funny time. A real funny time, as you can tell by us giggling.
It's one of the better comedies, right up there with comedies like Hell or High Water, No Country for Old Men, real comedic classics.
Yeah.
But, where do you think this stands on, like, the road to the Oscars?
Good chance.
I think this has a really good chance of being Best Picture nomination. And I think Viola Davis is a sure.
I think Steve McQueen is a shoo-in.
Oh, yeah, Steve McQueen and Spike Lee definitely need to be
Daniel Kaluuya wasn't in it a lot, but when he was really good. I could maybe see a supporting actor from someone.
Maybe. Him or Colin Farrell.
Or,
but Colin Farrell's kind of Colin.
Brian Tyree Irvin, if that's his name, right?
What's that?
That's Paperboy. Yeah. He was good in it too.
Supporting...
That's the thing is, there's a lot of, like, everyone in the movie is really good, but there isn't, like, that many, like, stand-up performances that are, like, big enough characters.
I think Viola Davis is kind of the center
character.
Yeah. So I think she could get another Best Actress nomination.
And you can't nominate any of the other widows because, like, they're all, like, kind of as big, a big role and as big performance. Like, maybe Alice was, I think she got a little more light than the rest of them. The tall blonde girl.
Yeah. So yeah. So Steve McQueen for director, surely Best Picture. Viola. So for
Best editing. Because it was really well.
Cinematography.
Yeah, cinematography was great.
It was like that shot in the cafe, how it had everybody framed and shot.
Yeah. Oh, and like the robbery where they're like, when they haven't got in yet, but it's like going up and down of the roads around that block where his house is. Yeah. Like the shots, like panning between all of the different characters.
What we're saying is,
so well made.
This is a really good movie, and you should go see it because it's apparently not doing well at the box office. Okay, so of the Oscar-y films we've seen this year, where would you rank it? Because what we've seen this year, what would you say so far? Black Klansman, Star is Born.
Black Klansman, A Star is Born, and
First Man.
First Man are my favorite / best chance of being nominated for things.
I think First Man and Star is Born could be the Post and the Dunkirk this year. I think Widows is kind of tonally more similar to Dunkirk, even though it's...
Yeah, I don't know. it's definitely kind of in the Hell or High Water spot too. With that said, I don't think Hell or High Water stood a chance of winning. I think it was I think it deserved it. I mean, it deserved nomination, but I don't think. I don't know. Like it kind of up there with Three Billboards, maybe. I'm trying to think of. It's hard to compare it to a lot of things because it's like it's a heist movie, like a crime movie, crime thriller, but also like just a drama and like a political thriller too. Even
let's watch Ocean's 8 and compare it to that. Those women laughing would have been way better if we did in Ocean's 8.
Man, I wish they went into the Grinch. Those little effers.
The Grinch, the Nutcracker. They probably would have had a great time with the Nutcracker.
Man,
Girl with the spider's web. Anything other than widows. And they would laugh at really, like, unfunny scenes. Oh, I could be wrong. But the mom of Alice, right?
Yeah.
The mom of Alice. It brought me out because they laughed at a scene when her mom slapped her. I guess like, ooh, she slapped her daughter. That's funny.
Every time someone was telling someone off, which was like the majority of the dialogue of the movie, because they're like, "Oh, ooh, get him! Ooh, that's funny! Ooh, ooh, you get him, girl!" Like
I recognize her, and it was bugging me the whole movie. Like, who was she? She plays the daughter on All in the Family, which was what do you call a sitcom that's a sitcom but also very serious at the same time?
Situation, comedy, drama.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But there was a show like that called All in the Family, and it's where Rob Reiner got started. Rob Reiner is the director of like Princess Bride, Spinal Tap, things like that. Mm-hmm. Anyways, she was the daughter on that. And that's it just
the mom.
Alice's mom. She played the daughter on that show, and it finally dawned on me. Oh, that's who she was. Because it bugged me for a while. Because it's like I know I've seen her. That was a weird show because like it's a comedy, and it's like it's the All American Family, but the kids are progressives.
Yes, I remember that. And then there's like the mom gets raped or something.
The dad is like the dad is kind of like a bigot, but there's an episode where the mom turns 50. And she's being stalked by a rapist. There's an episode where the daughter, a guy attempted to rape her based off.
I remember
and the episode ends just with a pan-in shot of her just like dousing her, staring as people are arguing beside her. There's an episode where some kids paint a swastika on the front door, and there's like this, so it's like this hate group, and then this kind of radical like members of like a Jewish community that are like fighting back, violence with violence. And it ends with a car bomb going off and one of the guys getting killed. And it's like, this was a comedy. This was a sitcom.
Yeah.
But
that's like
holy fuck. There's an episode where the guy goes to a meeting because he's kind of a bigot. He meets these kind of racist guys. Mm-hmm. But then he learns they're the KKK and he's like, man, that's too far for me.
See, I knew... I'm familiar with All in the Family. I just couldn't remember which of the 100 sitcoms that I've like heard of / seen a little bit of it was. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that one, the one of that got weirdly serious, because I saw the episode. My parents were watching the episode where she's stalked by the rapist guy, and then she like everyone else is gone from the house, and he like breaks in and like is gonna rape her or something, but then gets interrupted. I'm like, that what? What?
That was a sitcom.
That was a little ahead of its time, I think.
That show was. That show, you can pretty much pick anything up and it's still relevant today because it's all, like, there's issues about gay rights and gay marriage, racial issues, gun violence, all the things we're still talking about. But anyways, back to Widows. I do not want to get sidetracked from this movie like we normally do, because this is very good movie.
Aside from me not picking up on a major plot point.
Yes. This has been a weird experience, because first I got the times wrong. Then we drove around. We went to Best Buy, and we went across the whole store like 3 times, and then got bored and left. Then we didn't know where else to go, so we just kind of sat in a parking lot staring at a closed Chick-fil-A as some high school kids put lights on the top. And then we went to the theater.
Yeah, it was a weird time.
It was. Widow's definitely, I think, is surefire to get nominated.
Yeah.
I would say, as it stands now, Widow's, Black Klansman, First Man, and Stars Born. First Man is going to be the Post. I feel very strongly that's the Post. Of this year. Like, it's going to get nominated, but I don't think it really
Historical
has a
movie that's really good, but like not
doesn't have a chance.
as interesting compared to.
It's good, but it's not great.
Yeah.
I think Widow stands a better chance of winning than First Man, just in terms of like the vein of like No Country for Old Men.
Well, yeah, and it's like
Really good.
it's really well made. It's like kind of political and relevant.
But not overbearing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, oh, this feels shoehorned in. Like, it feels,
Yeah.
at least for me, it felt very organic.
Yeah. That was a movie. I'm trying to think of more to talk about from it. Daniel Kaluuya was messed up, dude.
Was he menacing to you?
Yeah, I mean, in a kind of like.
I don't find him imposing.
I thought he was, but
he's got a stare.
In a different kind of way. Yeah, he does have a creepy stare.
I think.
But
see, he comes across to me less of like, because he's meant to be like the psychopathic henchman, like he's the guy's brother. But he would serve me better as like the guy behind everything, controlling the strings, like the one who never actually really gets his hands dirty and has other people, but everyone does everything because they're intimidated by him, and he just looks scary. He had that kind of look in this movie.
Yeah, I really liked the political drama in it too, and the scene with Colin Farrell, like, hey, y'all should like give up, and then at the end, I was trying to make a deal. I guess I'm not sure what.
I think he was trying to concede.
Yeah, because Colin Farrell seemed like he was wanting. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore. So he's like, I'll let you win, but I'll be your advisor or something. I don't know what that was a little confusing, especially because that was another thing is, while me not picking up the flashback was probably my bad, it was hard to focus on a lot of things because of like, there were so many times I looked over at you like, because I couldn't focus.
Would you give this, when it comes to video, would you give this a second watch?
Oh yeah. I mean, just anyway, even if there wasn't the directions, I would want to watch it again.
This is going to be like a immediate Blu-ray purchase for me, because like this was such, like I absolutely loved this movie. I don't know, I'm not even ranking above Black Klansman. I need to rewatch Black Klansman.
I think it's probably better made, like all of the pieces for sure. Enjoyment-wise, like.
Black
Klansman is just so funny and so good.
Is a good ride. Widows kind of has a No Country for Old Men like ending too. Like, I equate it more with No Country for Old Men than Hell or High Water. Granted, they kind of end similarly too. All these movies have what some people like to call non-endings, where they just kind of stop. Mm-hmm. And granted, No Country for Old Men's got a really crazy one. Like, what the fuck? You just got hit by a car. Is that your bone sticking out of your arm or your leg? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen this movie.
Man, and now I'm thinking about scenes from Widows again. Like I don't know how much we want to. I mean, we've already kind of spoiled, like very vaguely.
We
spoiled
always
things.
spoil our movies.
But like the scene where the Liam Neeson's back and she has the confrontation. That was so good.
Everything from like the whole movie's good all the way through. Do not get me wrong. But like when they set out on the heist up till the end of that scene, well, hell, even the end of the movie, that is just, it is tight. Like it is just so well controlled. Like Steve McQueen, I love Black Klansman. Black Klansman won Best Picture over this. I don't think I get horribly upset. And don't get me wrong, I love what Bradley Cooper did with Stars Born. He did a great job. I want McQueen as my favorite best director. Like,
I don't really want necessarily Bradley Cooper to win Best Director.
You just want to get nominated.
I want him to win Best Actor actually. And
you still want him to get nominated? I want him to get nominated so studios will have more faith in him.
Yeah.
So he can keep making movies because I want to see where he goes.
I want him nominated for Best Picture. I want him nominated for Best Director. I want him to win Best Actor.
He could be our next Clint Eastwood.
And I think right now, as it stands, the only competition for him for Best Actor would be Clint Eastwood. Because right now, I don't think there is a better
Ryan Gosling's
He's really good in it, but I just think Bradley Cooper's way more standout.
I can see him better than Clint. Christian Bale.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But as far as stuff out right now,
well,
Christian Bale, he's gonna get the Gary Oldman where like I think what's his face, Daniel Day-Lewis was like incredible in Phantom Thread, and like that's an Oscar-winning performance right there. But Gary Oldman had a fat suit, so he kind of just wins by default.
Darkest Hour was the blandest one of last year's picks.
Yeah.
But that was a movie.
And it's Churchill, and he does Churchill's famous speech.
Gary Oldman did a really good job at it, too.
Yeah.
Like, he was very good.
But there's something about Daniel Day-Lewis in Phantom Thread, though, that I'm like, this is, like, one of the best performances I've seen in a while.
I think that's your weird love of that movie.
I don't like necessarily, I don't like a lot of that movie. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying he himself is what makes that movie so good.
Yeah, but I also think he's also won the Oscar 3 times.
I know. But anyway, but I think you're right that Christian Bale actually probably will win because of he's got a fat suit. And he's like really in character, and that's also true.
I think he just got fat.
I don't think we should actually. I take that back. I don't think we should give it to Christian Bale because he's like really method and it's like really unhealthy, and we shouldn't reward that because it's encouraging other people to do that, and that's a whole problem. I mean, it's your career. You can do what you want, but that's like whiplash. The moral of whiplash is pushing yourself way too far to be great. Like, yes, you will be great, and it will be awesome, but at what cost? That's Christian Bale.
I think Viola Davis is already an Oscar winner.
Yeah, I mean, Lady Gaga's the only competition.
What she won for.
Oh, I thought you meant like she's already the Oscar winner this year.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I know. I think she actually has an actual Oscar.
Yeah. Probably.
I don't remember what for. Yeah, Lady Gaga is the biggest competition now as far as Best Actress. We still got something. The Basis of Sex, from what I've heard so far, is not good.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard anything on her performance.
Even so, I don't think.
I mean, we could get another Roman J. Israel type thing. Which
maybe nominated, but I don't think she'll win.
Oh no, not win.
Yeah.
But nomination. That's what I'm trying to think. Just like I still think wouldn't count Rami Malek out for his Bohemian Rhapsody because everyone has said the movie's kind of bland, but everyone also said that he is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't count him out for a nomination. What else? Possibly Natalie Portman again for the weird Lady Gaga movie. Possibly. That one's a 50-50 for me.
That one could be bad. It looks like a Nicholas Winding Refn movie, let me tell you.
You kind of want to see it.
And a Darren Aronofsky movie.
She already did a Darren Aronofsky movie. She already did her Neon Demon. It's called Black Swan, and it's equally... It's not... They're both very weird, and they're very weird in similar ways, but completely different, if that makes sense. Like, one is the upside-down version of the other. The bizarro version. Like, they're like looking at each other in the mirror, and then just kind of the things are switched backwards or something. They're both very weird.
Widows was really good.
Steve McQueen is a very good
I need to watch 12 Years Slave. I also really want to watch Shame, but that's got to be on I got to plan out a day for that one. That's got to be like I'm not doing anything else important that day.
You carve out an afternoon.
Yeah.
Because you need time, not just the time to watch Shame.
But to recover.
Yeah. I watched it, it was a Wednesday night. My family all went to church, and I sat home and watched Shame. Which reminded, Shame is rated NC-17, which is above R, for those of you that did not know. Oh yeah, I was thinking the sex scene in this movie.
That was awkward.
I wanted to lean over to you. I was like, Steve McQueen is a master of the uncomfortable sex scene.
Yeah.
Because, like...
That was uncomfortable.
You know, some direct, like, you know, Spike Lee's got his dolly shot, you know, Steven Spielberg's got the deadbeat dad. Steve McQueen's got the most uncomfortable sex scenes you will ever see.
Is there uncomfortable sex scenes in 12 Years a Slave?
I don't think there's implied rape.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
But I don't think there's a little nudity, but the context of it, there's two scenes of nudity. One where the slaves are stripped naked and held up on podiums for people to inspect to buy.
Oh, nice.
Which is not enticing. And then
Yeah.
there's a scene when a slave owner strips a woman's shirt off and then whips her with a bullwhip.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did Chiwetel win the Oscar for that?
No.
Oh, he didn't? Who did?
That is a good question that year. I can't remember who won that year.
Was he like really good in that? Was that
He
like
is
his?
really
Is
good.
that like his best performance? Probably.
Children of Men.
He's really good in everything he does.
He's really good as the agent.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, say what you want, like about like performances in Firefly and Serenity. He is so good, and the character itself is so
really
good and
good.
so well written, and then he is so good in it.
No, but
That movie is just so good.
He got cast as the rival to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And that always disappointed me because the second they announced Doctor Strange movie, everyone the two people recorded was Benedict Cumberbatch, who became Doctor Strange, and Joaquin Phoenix, who's now the Joker. Weird turn of events. I wanted Chiwetel Ejiofor as Doctor Strange because, like, he will act the fuck out of that movie. He will be beautiful.
Yeah. He's
Beautiful. He is a beautiful boy.
He's really good. Serenity. Side note, I'm almost happy that Firefly got canceled and they had to wrap it up with the movie because it worked out so well, except for the whole wash thing.
It's a really good movie.
But
though.
it's such a good send off, and like it's good because the show is complete and didn't have a chance to get bad.
We brought up Firefly a lot today
because it's so good.
Well, I brought up because they were talking and there's a line, the special circle in hell for like people that talk in the theater.
Yeah.
And then we saw it at Best Buy. I'm trying to rack my brain who won.
Yeah. What year was that?
That was 2013. Oscar.
2013.
No, not Ben Affleck. He has not won anything. No, that was 2012. Anyways.
Was that year Eddie Redmayne or?
It was 2014. I can remember every other year but that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Chiwetel Ejiofor. Well, I'm trying to think of all the movies that were out that year. Usually, not always. It gets more and more tied to Best Picture as it goes along. You used to have more variety. It used to have a lot of actors nominated for films that were not Best Picture. Anyways, that goes less. So I'm trying to remember what the Best Picture that year. Nebraska, 12 Years a Slave, Philomena. That was the one I didn't see. Oh no! Yes, I remember now. I remember. Do I? I think I remember. I think it was Matthew McConaughey.
For
Dallas
Dallas
Buyers Club.
I was about to say the one I just thought of was Daniel Day-Lewis for Lincoln. What year was that?
That was 2012.
That was 2012. Wow, we're getting all around it. But so maybe
think it was
Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey.
I can't remember. I think because he won over Leo that year, and Leo didn't do a movie in 2014 that I remember. And I remember people wanted him to win for Wolf of Wall Street, and he did. And I remember Screen Junkies making a joke out of that, saying that Matthew McConaughey has a very brief role in that, saying that the real Best Actor winner came to rub it in. And that's how. And I'm 90% sure that movie came out in 2013 because it was also nominated with American Hustle that year, which is I have not yet seen American Hustle still. I almost saw it in a Wolf of Wall Street one day. It was also part of the reason I walked out of Wolf of Wall Street because I was going to try and make it to American Hustle, and I ended up just saying, fuck it all. I should give Wolf of Wall Street another go. But also, that's 3 hours of just god awful, uncomfortable gratuity. Yeah. It's just like excess. It's like how it did not get an NC-17 rating where Shame did, I don't know. Maybe it's because Shames just make you feel upset. Wolf of Wall Street makes me feel worse than Shame, because Shame is like, you see how bad this is? Like, it's kind of puritanical in, like, its message. Wolf of Wall Street is just like, look at all this excess, it's so sleazy. I got hookers and cocaine. And Jonah Hill's still fat. Jonah Hill, you get to see Jonah Hill smoke crack.
Nice. As I'm sure he has multiple times.
That's how he lost all his weight. What are you talking about?
Gosh. Is Shame on anything?
No.
That's going to be an awkward purchase.
That's going to be awkward. You can rent that from Voodoo. I bought it the first time I watched it. I just bought it off the iTunes store. And I watched it because I'd heard about it so long. And I sat down and did it. I was like, that's really good, but Steve McQueen has a way of his movies making you. Nobody gets pain and sorrow like Steve McQueen. I want to know if he's okay. I would need to make sure that he's okay.
He seemed pretty chipper in that thing they played before the movie. He seemed in good spirits.
He did get nominated for Best Director of the Year. I don't remember who won.
Did he win for 12 years?
No, he got nominated. No black directors ever won the award.
Wow.
And only a handful have been nominated. Because remember last year, Jordan Peele
got
got
nominated.
nominated. Variety, one of them, did a photo op with every single black director nominee together. And there's only like 5 of them. I can name all but one. There's Jordan Peele, Steve McQueen, Barry Jenkins, one other one, and maybe Spike Lee.
Well, I think this is going to be the year then, because like last year, Jordan Peele probably didn't deserve it. Like, it's a really good movie, but that was a lot of really good movies that year.
Not for directing. He got screenwriting.
Yeah, he didn't get for he's definitely deserving of condemnation. Whereas this, not condemnation, but good job, buddy. Whereas this is like a movie that's like can win Best Picture. So like it's more than just backing up the fact that there's more backing up than just saying, hey, we gave it to him because he'll be the first black director. Like, no, it's also because Widows was, one of, if not the best movies.
Well, like, if he had won it for 12 Years a Slave, Steve McQueen, again, that would have been like, you earned.
Has Clint Eastwood won Best Director?
Yes.
Okay, so then
Unforgiven.
So then, even if Mule is incredible, then it'll be okay if he doesn't win for Mule.
I just want Mule to get nominated.
Because I could see, I was gonna say I could see him winning for Mule because it's like his last movie and it's a send off. But if he's already won already,
I want to see he get nominated. That's all I really want out of that movie. I know it's a lot because he would have to be Best Actor, and that's what makes this hard. I would like to see Robert Redford get something.
Yeah.
He was so gosh darn charming in that movie.
Yeah.
I think Sissy Spacek has a good chance for Best Supporting Actress, though.
Yeah, maybe.
And Claire Foy is almost a shoo-in for Best Supporting
Oh, yeah.
Actress. And maybe Kyle Chandler or Jason Clarke.
I don't think either of them just had that big.
Kyle Chandler.
Neither of them were really in it that much.
They were a Best Supporting Actor. Like, yeah, Sam Rockwell won Best Supporting Actor, but I still maintain the belief that he should have been nominated for Best Actor.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson was the Best Supporting Actor. I think Kyle Chandler was in it just about as much as Woody was in 3 Billboards.
Yeah, he's in it a lot, but he doesn't do a lot or say a lot.
He's still a good actor.
Yeah, he still is. Really,
I think he deserved a nomination.
He's like a supporting actor in so much. He's really good.
He's what's called a character actor, like character actress
Margot Martindale. Yeah, she hasn't been in BoJack for a little while.
You see a glimpse of her in season 5.
That's disappointing. I want more than a glimpse.
Go watch movies with Margot Martindale. She's in $1 Million Baby. I forgot she was in it until I watched the video on $1 Million Baby and I saw her. I was like, hey, it's character actress Margot Martindale. I think it's Just Right's video on $1 Million Baby. Widows was so good, man. I kind of want to go see it again already.
How about what's his face?
Let's go
for
back.
best supporting actor.
Daniel Kaluuya.
No, Star is Born. Sam, is that his name? Sam, Star is Born guy, his brother.
Oh, truck guy.
What's his name? I think it's Sam, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it is.
First name Sam, last name.
I'm drawing a blank.
Elliot.
Sam Elliott, yeah.
Yeah.
I know who he is.
Yeah, maybe he should get best supporting actor.
It wouldn't bother
Those
me.
tears.
It wouldn't bother me.
Those truck tears.
He was fine.
Let's
Let's try and round out best supporting actor as we've seen so far.
Colin Farrell? No.
No, he didn't. I don't think it was good. I would give it to Robert Duvall before Colin Farrell.
I enjoyed his character though.
Robert Duvall or Colin Farrell?
No, Colin Farrell.
I enjoyed Robert Duvall.
I think it might just be though because I like Colin Farrell.
I love that rant. Robert Duvall,
Yeah.
and he's just, you fucking fuck.
Yeah,
He just keeps
that
saying
was
the F word. I was like, Robert Duvall is like my grandpa.
That was
basically.
really funny.
It's like, and there's like somebody blackmailed somebody. There's like photos
Yeah.
of a naked man having sex with a younger woman, and the guy's bald, and he couldn't quite tell, and you really gives him Robert Duvall. I was like, oh god, I hope
Yeah,
not.
oh no, is that Robert Duvall? Yeah.
It was just some guy that had sex with his niece.
That would be funny if Robert Duvall got it because he's barely in it too. But
I think this is the year for like the old white like great American actor, whatever.
yeah, let's get them all out at once.
Like, because we got Eastwood, we got him. We just need Warren Beatty and Gene Hackman. Except Gene Hackman's retired. I miss Gene Hackman. He was a good actor.
I thought Daniel Kaluuya was really good in it too. And what I was gonna say before was, I think he is menacing, but not in a like Benicio del Toro and Sicario kind of way, but in kind of a more jokery kind of way where like this guy is powerful because no one's gonna mess with him. I don't know, like he's small. He's a small guy. He's not huge.
Yeah, he's not a big guy.
But he's
That scene
unpredictable.
when
It's like
he's
how.
stabbing the guy.
Yeah,
Like,
that
that's
was messed
really-
up. And then like he just spontaneously shoots those two people.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
So did the old ladies down there. They're like, ooh, they
But
gonna
man,
die.
they were rapping real good though. I thought he might let him live because they were doing a good rap. And
He might get a best supporting.
yeah.
I could see that. It's not
Um,
Colin Farrell. Don't give it to Colin Farrell. I did not find him interesting.
Brian Tyree Irving. I can't remember if it's Irvin or Irving. He's had a year. He's in White Boy Rick, and then now that he's Paperboy. He had Atlanta season 2. He had White Boy Rick, and he's in Blind Spotting, I think.
Don't get nominated for White Boy Rick. I got it.
Yeah, I'm not saying nomination. I'm just saying he's in stuff now.
Yeah.
Atlanta, he got discovered in Atlanta, and then now he's in stuff now. So good for him because he's really good. He's really good in Atlanta.
He's good.
And he was really good in this too. I don't know if like.
Yeah, he was. He was good at this. I don't think he'd get anything. I think Daniel Kaluuya would get it over him.
Yeah.
Who else?
Uh,
I mean, the movie's not out yet, so we have no idea. But I feel like Sam could maybe get another one.
oh yeah.
A
Oh,
nomination.
for sure. Yeah.
Not a win. Very rarely do you have back-to-back Oscar winners, like
Yeah.
years. But
And
like,
he would probably deserve it too.
But I want to see his W.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Before we watch Vice, we should watch W.
Who was I gonna say?
We should watch W, where Josh Brolin plays George W. Bush.
We don't know how much he's in it, and another movie that's not out yet. But Bradley Cooper nominated for Best Supporting Actor in The Mule. That would be hilarious.
No,
It won't happen
you gotta pick one.
because he's definitely gonna be nominated for Best Actor. I think.
What if he gets?
But that
what
would
if
be
he-
really funny.
What if he doesn't get a single nomination at all?
That's not gonna happen, but I would be upset.
If Widows doesn't get something, I will riot.
Yeah.
Black Klansman, I think has a good chance of getting nominated. But it's kind of 50-50.
Yeah, it might be one that slips out. Whereas I think Widows and A Star Is Born, I think, are shoo-ins for nominated for something at least.
No, they're shoe
And
in.
First Man,
for
I
Best
think,
Picture.
is shoo-ins for a lot of things too.
It's shoe in for Best Picture as The Post.
I think it's shoo-in for nominations. I think it's
Yeah.
that kind of movie. Like Yeah, it's a nominated movie. But
it's the
I don't know
Post.
that it's a winning movie.
It's either The Post or Darkest Hour, like kind of those equivalent. But I don't think it's actually brilliant. Except it might win visual effects. It did have very good visuals.
See, here's my thing with First Man is Whiplash is incredible. La La Land is incredible. First Man is really good, but kind of forgettable, and that makes me sad.
It is forgettable.
Yeah.
Okay, movies we've seen this year, ones that you would say it's incredible. Are there any? I've got a couple.
That have come out this year?
Yeah, that we've seen.
Yeah, A Star Is Born and Widows. I think that, and Black Klansman.
Yeah, those
and Venom.
Venom's incredible in all the wrong ways.
The Incredibles 2 was incredible.
It was incredibly forgetting.
Yeah, that's a bummer. That might be the bigger bummer of the year. Like White Boy Rick or Incredibles 2.
White Boy Rick was a disappointment for us. Just
yeah,
because
Matthew McConaughey deserved better, which he was really good in that.
We made a joke out of that movie for how long?
Yeah, it was a good long while.
That picture of him with the mullet. And Boy Erased is kind of disappointing because we've been pointing to that one for a while.
Yeah, because it has all the things. It has Lucas Hedges, who's in all the nominated movies. It's got Nicole Kidman, who's in all the nominated movies. Russell Crowe. I forget who's
Joel Edgerton.
Oh, Joel Edgerton's directing it. That's right.
Yeah, and he's in it.
Yeah, and he's in it.
Like it just seemed like a shoe-in
at
the Oscar race, and
it's a gay conversion camp, which is like a very serious issue. That if it's pulled off, well, yeah, that's the thing. Is if it was pulled off really well, then for sure. But I think that's kind of what I heard is it's a little, it's not pulled off super well.
Because like I remember I said last year, I said when that thing got nominated, I said let's try and guess next year's nominees. That's part of the reason we've been doing a lot of this.
I remember the front runner now because I remember it was around then. Whenever you,
the front runner and Boy Erased were my two.
That was like at the same time you sent those.
I was like, these are going to be the front runners.
And they both.
They're both kind of turning out to be mediocre. Widows, as soon as I found out it existed, I've been like Steve McQueen. That man needs to be watched.
Did Shame get nominated? Anything? Can NC-17 movies get nominated for things? Is that? I feel like
technically, I think they can because before it was NC-17, the rating was X, and if I remember right, Clockwork Orange was originally rated X and got nominated for something. If I remember correctly, I might have all of this wrong, but I'm pretty sure they can. Shame is just the kind of film that nobody watches and it kind of gets overlooked. Michael Fassbender was really good in it. That was 2011. I think 2009 was his first movie. So he's been doing movies for about 10 years. He's now about 4 under his belt. They're pretty good. They're all really good movies.
Was Tom Hardy nominated for Bronson? That was like a very indie movie.
Yeah, no, that was under the radar.
Yeah.
It's a very dynamic, is the word I want to use. Dynamic performance.
He's just so crazy in it and so good.
But it works so well for the character. Like, he hits the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
But it's still insane.
Yeah. And that's just a weird movie. That's just a overall so strange movie. But I don't even know. That's the funny thing with his movies is I don't even know how to say how I feel about them. Like Neon Demon, I wouldn't say I hate it. I wouldn't say I dislike it. I don't know what like. There's strong emotions about Neon Demon,
Would you watch Neon Demon
but
again?
I can't place them.
Would you watch it again?
I might. I think we need to live stream us watching it again.
I sincerely, we should do a commentary for Neon
Only
Demon.
God Forgives, I'll never watch again. Because that's also just kind of just a movie. Yeah, it's boring and weird.
Neon Demon just keeps you going, like, why? Why is there a puma in her room?
Why is Keanu Reeves just a big creep? Everyone in that movie is a big creep. But.
We should do a movie commentary for Neon Demon. Like, we just sit down and we watch it and we just record it.
I think we should do the official movie commentary. They re-released the movie, and there's us talking about it. Because we're the biggest authorities on the Neon Demon. No one else, like, this is our corner. We found our corner of the internet. This is our market. No one else is as like
this movie is like
expert.
it's become our status symbol in a way.
And it's funny is we've only seen it one time. Like
it's like the unofficial mascot movie of the podcast.
Yeah. Neon Demon, man. What a movie. It's up there with Widows, that's for sure. I kid. I jest.
It's such a bad movie. Venom is up there for movies I've seen this year that left an impression.
For sure. I think Isle of Dogs is a shoe-in for best animation.
Yeah, for a nomination.
For nomination, for sure. Yeah.
Winning, I don't know, but nomination.
I don't know what would beat it. Like Incredibles 2 and The Grinch. What are some other big animations? I don't think
I don't. Well, Boss Baby got it last year, so who knows?
It got nominated.
It got nominated.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of if there have been any other big animations.
We still have Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph. That's the one I was trying to remember. So Wreck-It Ralph. If The Incredibles won, I would be a little mad, but I could see it winning because of
What if
Wreck-It Ralph could win.
What if Isle of Dogs?
I would.
Is nominated for Best Picture.
I think there are too many good movies this year for it to get nominated for Best Picture, and it isn't an up level movie. Like that's the thing. Thinking back on Isle of Dogs is like we were talking about Grand Budapest a little bit today because I just bought it at Best Buy because it was $4. Even though I've seen it like 3 or 4 times now.
Sweet pea.
Grand Budapest Hotel is like one of my favorite movies. Moonrise Kingdom is also incredible. And I think about those movies, and I'm reminded of those movies a lot, and like jokes and like things in those movies. I'll be reminded of them from stuff, and I can quote those movies. Isle of Dogs isn't I don't think it's as memorable as other movies. Like it was really good. I think it's his most normal movie. I think as far as like plot, like it's very predictable. I think and
there's no super weird characters.
Yeah, it felt like his most kind of normal movie, despite like a very unique art style. It's a very normal movie, I think, and it's very fun. And I think it's certainly better than Incredibles 2 and stuff, but I don't think it should win Best Picture at all because I don't think it's near as good as like a lot of the movies, like A Star Is Born, Widows, Black Klansman. But like Best Animation, yeah.
I want to see.
Whereas Grand Budapest Hotel, like that, deserved Best Picture.
I want to see where Widows falls in like heist movies, like the heist genre, in years to come, because it should fall pretty high up. Because it's what else is it like robbery heist movies? I guess Hell or High Water. It's good. Heat's usually considered like top tier. Dog Day Afternoon, I guess they were trying to rob a bank in that movie.
The very beginning of The Place Beyond the Pines. That was the funny thing. Both you and I, you were like texting me like I thought that was gonna be like a Hell or High Water kind of movie, and then it was not. That was the same thing. I thought it was gonna be it.
Hell or High Water had that ending where it's like, maybe I'm gonna shoot you, maybe not. This is how Jeff Bridges talks in that movie, Hi-Yo Silver.
He should have gotten nominated.
No, he shouldn't.
Nah, he's good in it. That's a good Texas accent.
He just wanted to see him get nominated because he took his shirt off.
But no, really, he was like really good in that. Genuinely, like that was the thickest Texan accent I've ever heard, but it was good.
He got nominated for True Grit. He did not win.
Man, his accent.
He has won an Oscar. He won one in like 2008-9 for a movie called Crazy Heart, which is by the same director as Hostels, if I remember right.
Huh. Yeah.
I wanted to say it's Ain't Them Body
yeah.
Saints, but Ain't Them Body Saints is Old Man and the Gun. Ain't Them Body Saints is a really interesting movie. That is a really... I put it up there near Manchester as far as Casey Affleck's performance.
Yeah. Like he's so,
he's really good at Manchester.
Yeah, that's like when I think of like best performances, I feel like that might be one of the best performances I've ever seen in a movie.
What about that Daniel Day-Lewis and Phantom Thread for you? What about
I
Sam
think Daniel
Rockwell?
Day-Lewis is maybe better in There'll Be Blood.
I was just thinking, like,
But-
standout performances.
Stand out for me. Well, I was just saying I felt like he had the best performance that year, but I don't think Phantom Thread's necessarily his best performance ever. But he's so good in it though. Anyway, standout performances would be Daniel Day-Lewis and everything.
Even that rom-com.
Even that rom-com, even that one. I think Casey Affleck. Ryan Gosling in general. I mean, honestly, in Blade Runner 2049, he's really good. I don't think that's
Blue
Like
Valentine is really
that's
good.
not like generational acclaimed performance, but I think he's really good. I don't know, I'm trying to think of really good standout performances. I gotta look through movies I've seen. I'm blanking. Sam Rockwell.
What about Woody Harrelson? What about his cameo in Carnage? Is that a standout where he's wearing that wig?
Oh man. I mean, well, in Three Billboards, what? I'm blanking on names right now.
What about Unforgiven?
Yeah, he's really good in that. I don't think it's like super.
I've never seen a performance from Clint Eastwood. I was like, that is amazing. I don't think he's a bad actor.
Yeah.
I just don't find him like on the level of like Gene Hackman.
Oh, Andy Serkis. That's a standout performance right there.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's always really
Hugh Jackman in Logan, and then I don't think this is like a huge standout performance, but he's really good in Prestige. I just like Hugh Jackman in general, but I think Logan's that's a good.
You should look into
performance.
some Hugh Jackman movies that are good that are not superhero. You could watch Swordfish.
Bradley Cooper in American Sniper. I mean, that was a really good performance.
Yeah.
Suck it. Steve Carell in Foxcatcher. That's a good one.
I still haven't seen Foxcatcher. Was that 2013 or 14?
I don't know.
Because it got nominated.
Yeah, he won, I think.
But it got
Wait,
nominated
no.
for Best Picture.
Did he win or did he get nominated? I know he got nominated for
I don't think he
supporting
won.
actor or actor. I don't think he won. I think that was the year. Bradley Cooper didn't win. It was the year Bradley Cooper was nominated, I think. And yeah, it was like him, Bradley Cooper, and then Eddie Redmayne won.
For Theory of Everything, he almost lost it because of Jupiter Ascending.
Did he get razzied for that?
Yes. Oh, he got razzed very hard for that.
Let's see, some standout performances.
The Beast.
Tom Hardy in Dunkirk. No. Tom
Hardy
Hardy and Bronson. Benicio del Toro and Sicario. He's so good in that. Menacing.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin is so good in everything.
What about that movie where he plays a
Don't
black-tailed
think
deer
about
hunter?
those.
We should do that one too.
Stand-up performances. Viggo Mortensen and Captain Fantastic, because his Captain Fantastic is out there for everyone to see. Hal in 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I think the guy that voiced Hal just died recently. I think I remember seeing that.
I'm looking at movies I've seen.
Looking at the movie.
J.K. Simmons in Whiplash. I can't forget that. He won for that.
Supposedly Michael Keaton's very good in Birdman.
Yeah. He was really good in Spotlight too.
Yeah.
But
Spotlight's just
that's just kind of
movie.
It's that movie. It's like The Post.
It's that movie.
And
it's that movie that gets nominated for an Oscar, but everyone forgets about it, and it didn't win, except it did win
yeah,
that year.
it's like The Post and First Man, except it won.
I think all the other nominees might have been like too controversial. They should have just gave up and gave it to Fury Road.
Should have.
Did George should have gotten Best Director nominated. I know Del Toro won last year.
Heath Ledger, Dark Knight. There's a standout.
Standing out for me, Jake Gyllenhaal and Nightcrawler.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal and Nightcrawler.
Like, that's right up there with Heath Ledger.
I glanced over that one.
That character is just so unsettlingly creepy, and he plays it so well. Hugh Jackman's really good in Prisoners. I don't think that's on anything though.
Joaquin Phoenix is really good in her. I don't think that's like a... I'm just looking at
Joaquin Phoenix is good in a lot of things. He's a good actor. Paul Dano in Swiss Army. Daniel Radcliffe in Swiss Army Man. He plays a farting corpse.
Timothy and Chalamet in Call Me by Your Name because he
had sex with a peach.
Yeah, sex with a peach. I can't think of her name in 3 Billboards. Frances McDormand in 3 Billboards. That's a good one. Those are some good actors, I guess. That's the end of that.
Natalie Portman won for Black Swan.
I'm missing a lot of things, but that's all I got right now.
Orson Welles should get nominated Best Director for The Other Side of the Wind. Just because the sheer chaos that would be.
I got a glimpse
into the secret world.
Well, Widows.
Widows is a very good movie. Okay,
you gotta score it, I guess.
Arbitrary rating score.
I feel weird giving a dumb joke score for this movie.
We gave one to... No, we forgot Star Wars Born.
I thought we did score.
No.
Did we not? We scored Venom, I think.
I think we scored 2001.
Well, let's go ahead and score a Star Wars Born in case we didn't. It gets, no, we're not scoring. Never mind. I can't think of a goof for that movie.
I can. It gets 5 Bradley Coopers urinating on himself out of 6 Bradley Coopers urinating on himself. It gets 5 Bradley Coopers urinating himself out of 6. Why come around here with your butt looking like that?
It gets 6 very awkward flirtations from Bradley Cooper.
Just touching your eyebrows.
Out of 6.875 Lady Gaga's trying to pick up a drunk and passed out Bradley Cooper. And then Widows.
Widows, okay, I got one. Widows gets 7 Liam Neeson's forgetting he's not in a Taken movie out of 7 John Berthenol, however you say his name, is just a dick in everything.
Yeah. It gets 4 Glock 17s out of 4 Glock 17s because that's... did they get 3 or 4? 3. They got 3 Glock 17s out of 3 Glock 17s. Bought at an auction from a woman who told her daughter that a woman's best friend
was a gun show. I thought it was an auction at first.
That's what was funny was, like, that's 2 movies this year with gun shows, and the other one was not near as good.
What was it? Oh, yeah.
White Boy Rick. Also, Venom had a gun show, and that was just Tom Hardy's arms.
That was about as bad as Ain't Nothing Changed But the Weather. This is the power. Go see Widows, surely.
It's so good.
Buy tickets. Buy 3 tickets.
Even though we spoiled some things.
But go see Venom 2.
Yeah.
Because we're still laughing about that movie like 3 months later.
Go see Widows. Then go see Venom, but buy a ticket to Widows. Because Venom's already made enough money. It's got all the money it needs. Widows needs more money. So give Widows more money.
Widows needs more money so we can keep getting films like that aren't, dumb.
How did 12 Years a Slave do, sales-wise?
I mean, it was like a limited release. Like, it was a
Yeah.
typical Oscar movie.
So,
This is like, you have like the smaller Oscar movies, like the more indie ones. Like, last year's, like, Shape of the Water was smaller, like, not it's bigger release. Lady Bird, those. But then you had like the Post, which was
that
kind
were
of,
actually like tried to market to a wider audience.
yeah.
So
And Widows is kind of like that, but from what I've heard so far, it's not doing well. And First Man didn't.
yeah.
If we want, and Annihilation did horribly here, even though it was not a huge mass market. If we want movies like this to do well, if we want to stop seeing White Boy Ricks and Ocean Eights, if you hated Ocean Eights and you didn't think that movie should exist, go see Widows.
White Boy Rick tried. I'll give him that.
Did they?
It tried.
Did
I think
they?
that's the thing is, he's talking about with average movies, like in that video essay, is like when making that, like they might not even realize that it's that. Like they think they're making something like really groundbreaking or something good, and I feel like they thought they were doing that with White Boy Rick. I feel like they thought that was a good
Who
movie.
directed White Boy Rick?
Who knows?
The favorite might be. That might get some best actress.
Yeah, best actress.
Maybe best supporting.
Yeah, that's the thing is I feel like all three of those actresses in that are gonna be like in
It'd
it
be
as much as each other.
Emma
So it's like,
Stone.
how do you
It would be
determine
Emma
supporting?
Stone, Rachel, whatever her name is, the one you get confused
Rachel
with
Weisz.
Nicole Kidman. Or
I
whichever.
don't.
Or
Um,
Naomi Watson.
Naomi Watson. It's Naomi Watts.
Naomi
Emma Watson.
Okay. But
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz would be and the other one would be best supporting,
Best supporting
actress.
actress. Yeah.
I would wager.
Yeah.
Because also will go by like who's the main character too.
Do they? Has that happened often where for best actress or best actor, two of them are from the same movie? Because I know supporting actor that happens a lot.
It can, and it used to be able an actor could get nominated for multiple movies. But that does. I have seen it happen a few times where two people get nominated.
Emma Stone's already won. As also.
So has
That's
the other
crazy
one.
thing.
So
Emma
has the
Stone's
other
won
one.
an Oscar. For La La Land.
The other one too.
I'm sad First Man isn't doing good, but La La Land sold like a ridiculous amount of money. So Damien Chazelle's still doing good.
I'm more concerned with like film.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of like.
But La La
Ocean's 8.
La La Land has a kind of a general appeal, but it is a very like film fan movie too. So, Widows.
It's a very good movie.
I'm giving 2 thumbs up. You can't see this because this is a podcast, and there is no video element because that is how podcasts work. But 2 thumbs are up, and I'm moving them around. Parker looks kind of disappointed.
That's just my general look. I'm still thinking about White Boy Rick.
Really?
No, I'm thinking about the fact I can't remember it.
Oh, you're thinking about the fact that
How
you haven't
disappointing
been
it
thinking
was.
about it.
I can't remember. I think there was gold in that movie somewhere.
And it's in that mullet and beer belly. Beer butt. I almost said
Beer butt.
beer butt. Beer
It's-
belly.
It's the beer belly, but all the way.
Well, it's
goes to your butt.
because people say beer gut or like beer belly, and I was like, butt, gut and belly is butt. You heard it here first, folks. All right, I should stop saying things.
But Widows, very good movie. We'll see it, and hopefully 2 old ladies aren't laughing.
Yeah, it's a lot better also when you realize something's a flashback. And not just another plot element thrown in there in the middle of things.
I guess we're out.